experiences about an epiphany, about a revelation of God, about being at a point where things just kind of suddenly open up, and you go, wow, you know, that's what sound you make. You know? And I know for me, I can think of being on the backside of Yosemite Park, in the high country. I think we're up in the 4th recess area in general. And our scout troop has been doing, every summer we do a part of the John Muir Trail. And they made you bring along the Bible. That was just a requirement for going. And then every morning, everybody would break, you'd have half an hour to go and sit down and read a passage and meditate on what you saw. I didn't get a whole lot read. I just sat and looked at the mountains I was sitting in the middle of, and I went, oh, this is so awesome. The Sierra are different than the Rockies, but they're just amazing. Just the topography there, you know. And in those moments, you just feel so close to God. It's like, this is just like a divine spot. What an amazing experience being on a mountaintop with God. Somehow his creation becomes almost finely chiseled. You see it so easily. I had another one, the reason I became a pastor. And my mountaintop experience occurred in a dorm room. And God just literally transporting me into his presence and experiencing a profound call that changed my life. I think every time we mountaintop experience, it's a change, it's a transfiguring of you. Jesus was seen differently. And when Peter and John and James saw him in that experience, they never were able to see him the way he used to be seen. They saw him at first as a really wise man, a great teacher, as a prophet. Maybe it could be, he might be, I don't know. And then all of a sudden, this transfiguring event happened, and he was the Son of God. He was the Messiah. They just knew it. Even when Peter denied him and, trying to go along with the crowd, he immediately knew he had done wrong. Because his gut told him, remember what happened on that mountaintop? Remember what you experienced there? That's real. For me, there have been times in life when I sat back and I thought, oh man, I could be selling shoes and having a good time. There's got to be more enjoyable things to do in this ministry thing. There are times that you just think, I just would love to chuck this and be doing something. I'd like to have a weekend off. It'd be kind of a fun experience. You get that kind of poor me thing going, and then I remember, wow, I was in the presence of God. And everything just gets reconstituted. Your energy moves back into where he called you to be. That's the power of that mountaintop experience. Jesus said to the three guys, come, we'll go have a prayer time with you. You're going to climb that mountain, and we'll just take some time together. They went, cool. As far as we can tell, the three of them were his best friends. I mean, everybody has a group of people that you just kind of hang out with. They watch out for you. You watch out for them. They check on you at a higher level than a kind of general group of friends you have. And out of all those disciples, Peter, John, and James are the three that are always connected with Jesus. It's like their little small group of four. Who ran down to check out if Mary was right about the resurrection? Peter and John. I mean, it was his best friends ran to find him. It's that kind of, connection. So he said, guys, come with me. Going up the mountainside. It looks like, by the fact that the three of them fell sound asleep, that Jesus set the pace climbing the mountain. You ever climb a mountain with somebody that's really in good shape and you're not? I mean, fishermen are not known as having the best. I'm in pretty good fishing shape. I could sit on the dock, I could sit in the boat and catch a fish. I'm not in great mountain climbing shape. Jesus just shoved his way up to the top of the hill. And said, they sat down. I remember sitting down the heavy pack, and then somebody woke me up. Oh, it's time to hike some more. And you got up and you went on. That's what happened to them. The three of them fell asleep. And in the middle of that, Jesus is visited by, of all people, Moses and Elijah. And they talk to him about what's coming in his life, what's going to occur. And they refer to it as his departure, his exodus. What's going to happen in Jerusalem. I kind of like the sense that even the Son of God, even fully human, fully man, Jesus, also needed to draw upon some support. I mean, you think of the hard times that come in your life. You've got difficult decisions, you've got a performance level you've got to meet. You've got to, kind of suck it up and do something that's difficult for you to do. Jesus was facing his death. He was facing a battle that could literally bring us life. Or if he decided to back out in the middle of it, none of us would be here. There would be no salvation for anybody. I mean, this was a life and death issue. It is the life and death issue of creation. After we were formed and given the gift of life and we fell, the only hope we have is what Jesus did on that cross. That's a big thing. And so he calls for help. And literally, he's got his best buds from the heavenly realm, Moses and Elijah come and give him some advice and some thoughts. Elijah, he was the one that literally at the time of King Ahab just gave the kingdom away. He got the priest of Astarte, who was a fertility goddess, and Baal, who was the god of everything that was left after fertility got done. They were the big worship points of life. Their priests had killed or chased off all of the prophets of God. And Elijah was about to lay down. And in that experience of Elijah, he literally hears God say, go and just keep out of sight. And so for like 18 months, he's on this little stream of ravens feeding. And then the stream dried up. This is a 3.5-year drought. And so he goes to the widow of Sidon. And he lives with her, and it's a miraculous story. It's in 1 Kings, about 17th chapter. And you read what he did. God says, now it's time to address this problem with Ahab. Ahab has a death warrant on Elijah's head. And this is life and death stuff. Elijah calls the prophets of Baal, Ahab, and everybody else that's with him. We're going to meet on Mount Carmel. We're going to have a contest. See whose God is able to accept the offering we put out there. And so it's just a big, whole bowl was cut in half, laid on top of the altar, and the Baal priest dance around the stream and yell, nothing happens. Elijah's given one, and he covers it with water, pours water all over it, rolling off, and God consumes the entire thing. That's where everyone, when I don't like the candles, it's like, step back, that's enlightenment. The experience on Mount Carmel led to the end of Baal worship as a nation. It literally brought the death of 450 of the prophets of Baal. I mean, it was a profound experience. Elijah was right in the middle of that. He understood about being on the edge because God put you there. And what the implication of that was. Moses, here's the guy that faces down Pharaoh. Brings about the greatest slave revolt in the history of the world. Probably 650,000 seems to be the most acceptable guess of how many people left Egypt. That is an enormous chunk of folks. And as soon as they got in the wilderness, they all said, yeah, you and who else are going to make us? 40 years they had to live in the wilderness until that entire generation died off. Moses understood what it was to face power, to face forces that seemed way too big. And they talked to Jesus about trusting God. Stand with your Lord. Stand with the one who's in charge. Peter and the guys wake up and they see them there and they're like, whoa. And Peter does what we normally like to do. We like things to kind of stay stuck in time. God keeps moving through time, doesn't he? How about we build some little houses? We have no idea what's going on. We don't understand what this is, but we can come back to these little houses and try and figure it out over the rest of our lifetime. We'll build these little shrines, little tabernacles, little places where Moses and Elijah and you can come,